Hello and welcome to Op Art Drawing Activity. So, last week in art class, we were learning about patterns, and sometimes patterns can create optical illusions where they seem to look 3D, like these organic forms, which used soft, natural lines that look like they could occur in nature, or these other kinds that use geometric patterns, and they have hard lines or straight lines that create regular shapes that we're used to seeing, like rectangles or triangles. So for this activity, you're going to need some sort of paper, pencil, marker, and something to color with. If you don't have index cards, which I'm going to use, you can just tear a regular sheet of paper in half like this by folding it in the middle, creasing it, and then gently pulling it apart. And you can even do that again. You can make 4 little sheets of paper. For this activity, you don't need a whole sheet of paper. You can just use smaller pieces of paper. This is going to make it a little easier when we're filling in our composition with patterns. So these are the 2 patterns we're going to work on today. There's a windows pattern and a triangle pattern. And we'll start with the windows first because it uses the crisscross lines that we've talked about before. So I'm going to start with my index cards and my marker. Now, when you're trying this at home, you might want to start with a pencil and then move on to marker. This one's fairly simple though, so I'm going to do this one with a marker. You see I'm making my border now with my 4 dots in each corner, a dot in each corner, and then I'm connecting those dots. This is a good one to get you centered for the project. It makes me stop for a second and take a deep breath before I draw the line, and then I try to make one smooth action for my straight lines. Helps me get ready for this activity. So next I'm going to do my crisscross pattern, starting with my vertical lines here. I'm just slowly trying to make them go across my paper, up and down, adding each line smoothly, not going too fast. And you could use a ruler for this if you want, or you could use the edge of your other index card if you want. But I'm just freehanding in this one. There we go. I've got my crisscross pattern. Next, I'm going to make a diagonal line that goes from corner to corner of each box or square that I've made. And you'll notice on the far left column of boxes, my diagonal line actually doesn't quite meet the corner. That's because I'm imagining that all my boxes are about the same width, and my left column and my right column are a little bit smaller. So part of their design is blocked off. There's a close-up. Next we're going to add these black boxes in each corner. After we've got all our diagonal lines, so putting in my boxes in the corner, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in dark. My windows are looking out at a night sky, I guess. So as you can see, when I make my black square in the corner, the bottom left corner of every box is touching that line, that diagonal line that I drew first. That'll help guide my boxes to all be about the same height. And they'll line up with each other. And you could go ahead and just make all your boxes first and then fill them in, or you can do like I am, which is to make the box and then fill it in immediately, just so you don't get off track. It's up to you. I'm trying to keep my boxes all the same here. If you make up a little mistake, that's okay. You can cover it up most of the time. I had one corner of my box that wasn't quite on the line, so I had to make my diagonal line a little thicker on that one right there. That's okay. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit just so you don't have to watch me doing this all day. But this will take a little bit of your time. And when you're done, it will look something like this. Okay, next let's look at the triangle swirl here. I'm going to start with a border again to get myself recalibrated for making straight lines, because that's what this is all about today. We're making some straight lines that are going to look like they're curved. So yeah, I've got this spiral pattern, and I get it from starting with a small triangle. So go ahead and make a small triangle in the middle of your paper. And I'm using a pencil now in case I mess up. And I'm going to make one edge of my triangle a little bit longer than the others. I'm going to use that to start drawing a new triangle that goes around it. And each line is going to go just past the corner of the previous triangle. See how that line goes just past the corner? The next line goes just past the corner, and so on. It touches the corner and then goes a little bit farther. Touch the corner, go a little bit farther. Straight line, touches the corner, goes a little farther. Straight line, touches the corner, goes a little bit farther. You can see I'm just making one triangle after another by drawing it around the previous triangle and going just a little past the corner. So I'm going to let this process sink in. I'm not going to talk too much. I'll just let you watch how it works. I definitely recommend watching this all the way through one time and then stopping the video, rewinding it, and watching it again while you're trying to do it. If you try to do it the first time, it could get frustrating. So, as always, watch the video all the way through one time. Then, the second time you watch it, you can pause and rewind as much as you need to. So now I'm getting to the edge of my border here. I'm going to pretend I'm drawing past it, right? I'm going to lift my pencil up as I get to the edge here. Here I don't have to, but go here. I'm going to pretend I'm drawing past, and then where would my next line be? It would be right there. Same thing. I'm going to go just past, and now I'm going to pretend I'm drawing here, and here's where my next line would go, more or less. And again, just like our last activity, you can use a ruler or a straight edge for this, right? Like another piece of paper, or if you don't have a ruler. It's all up to you how perfect you want it to look, but I actually recommend trying this without a ruler first, just freehanding it, to see how you do. So now that I've done my pencil lines, I'm going to trace them with a marker, and that actually helps cover up some small mistakes that I make. There we go. So now that I've got both of my optical illusions ready with geometric patterns, I'm going to color those in, starting with the windows. I've got markers here for coloring, and I picked some complementary colors, blue and orange. They're the opposites on the color wheel, so I thought they would look good together. And making all the top shapes one color and the bottom shapes another color, I think helps create the illusion that they are windows. There you go, there's that one. Now let's look at how I want to color my triangle spiral here. As you can see, I've left some of my space empty or white. So I'm going to start with a light color orange and color just the sides of this triangular swirl form. Just the sides of this section. I'm leaving the middle a blank white. That's going to make it look kind of shiny. Add to that 3D illusion. There we go. Now I'm going to come back in with a darker orange and color just the edge part of my form. And that's adding to the 3D illusion too. It's making that center part pop out, make it look like it's 3D. The light is shining on it. This can work with just a regular lead pencil too, if you want to do that, if you don't want to use colors. And it will make your triangle swirl forms look like they're made out of metal. So I'm continuing that coloring pattern here with green and blue. Now again, you don't have to color yours if you don't want to, that's optional. But I just hope you enjoy what you end up with and have something that you're proud of. That's it for optical illusion art this week. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.